A lot of excitement down here, Lori. Thank you so much. We are live right now with Bishop Richard Stika. Thank you so much for your time. I'm trying to change your title here tonight.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about, I got to sit in on the news conference, but not everyone got to hear every bit of it, and I found it pretty interesting. Let's start off with, where were you when you heard the news, and what did you do today?
I was sitting at my desk at home doing my taxes, and I had the TV on, not thinking that this would happen today, because yesterday I predicted it would be Friday. And then they said, well, there's white smoke, it's gray smoke, is it white smoke? And then the bell started to ring, and so I rushed back here to the Chancery.
A lot of excitement here today, a lot of smiles today, the yellow bunting up in front of the diocese and on the church doors. Tell me a little bit about what your staff was talking about as this news was coming down today.
Well, there's a great excitement. You know, we've been waiting to see who the new pope would be, and then all of a sudden it's somebody from the new world, as they say, somebody with a Latino background, a man known for great prayer and great love of the poor. And he's known for his holiness, too, and so I think it's just an exciting time.
What do you think Pope Francis will bring to the Catholic Church? What do you think his background will bring, and will it change anything, do you anticipate?
I think one thing is humility. If you noticed his first introduction to the world, he invited the world to pray for him, and then he bowed, and then there was silence of 100,000 people in St. Peter's Square, and they just prayed over him. And then he also asked people to pray for Benedict, and so I think he's going to bring a real sense of humility and prayer to his position.
I think one of the things that a lot of people are talking about is he did not live in the bishop's residency in his home country. He actually chose to live in an apartment. He didn't take his chauffeured limo. He took public transportation. Does he have that option now as Pope?
I doubt it. He's also now head of state. And if you notice, when a pope says Mass in a particular country, many times there are 1 million people who attend that Mass. So I would think his life, in some ways, the simplicity will be much more complicated.
I think so.
But I think his approach will be still simplicity.
What about in terms of our own representation there, Cardinal Regali? Have you had a chance to speak with him yet? And if not, when do you think you finally will?
My guess is probably tonight, but not yet. They had to leave their cell phones back at the place where they originated, at the North American College, and so I'm sure they might be having a meal with the Pope tonight. I'm not too sure about that, but the Pope goes back to the same place where the Cardinals stayed last night until the Vatican apartments open up again.
It's my understanding sometime in April you will actually get a chance to meet the new Pope?
Yeah, I'll be in Rome for a week, and on the Thursday of that week, 2 weeks after Easter, I'll have an audience with the Pope along with a number of other bishops.
Earlier you were explaining to me that the Cardinals can now, from the moment Pope Francis accepted and said yes, they can talk about anything that happened after that very moment. What are you most anxious or excited to hear about?
What it was like just to be with the Pope the first moments after he was elected, after he said yes. I remember last time when Pope Benedict was elected, he was elected on Cardinal Regali's birthday, and so the very first thing that the Pope said to Cardinal Regali was happy birthday. So I'm curious to see what the Pope says to Cardinal Regali, because I know they're friends.
We need to talk about Cardinal Dolan as well yesterday, saying that possibly he was a front runner for you. Do you expect to talk to him this evening as well?
I might call him tomorrow, because Cardinal Dolan's a very busy person and he has lots of friends, but I'll probably call him tomorrow or the day after.
And in case people missed our interview yesterday, this means you're still vacationing in the Caribbean now.
Yeah, I was hoping for Costa Gandolfo, but I think it's Caribbean this summer.
One last question here. This is incredibly exciting, not just for Catholics, but also for the Latino community. And there's been a lot of talk and a lot of emphasis here in Knoxville about bringing Latinos back into the church, bringing them back home, so to speak. What do you think this will do for that movement?
Well, I wouldn't even put it bringing them back home. The Latino community is very, very active in the diocese and throughout the world. I think it just solidifies a sense that the Pope is elected to be the universal pastor, that he's not an Italian or a German or someone from Poland. This time he's from South America, and just shows the universal nature of the Catholic Church.
Anything you're asking Knoxvillians to do tonight, or the Catholic community here over the next several days, to help celebrate this?
I think, as the Pope invited people to pray over him this afternoon, I invite everyone to pray for him, that he might be a good leader in terms of the Catholic Church, but also a world leader who invites the world to work for the poor and work for justice and peace and to care for each other.
All right. Bishop Stika, thank you so much for your time and all of your insight today. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.